So welcome students. So in this question you're given two statements P and Q and you're asked to find the negation of P implies Q. So how do you find negation of P implies Q? So what do you know about the theory of negation? So if you have compound statements P or Q and P and Q. So these are compound statements connected by or and and. So it is very easy to find the negation of these statements by using De Morgan's laws. So negation of P or Q is not P and not Q, and negation of P and Q is not P or not Q. And the negation of P implies Q is not very straightforward. So what we try to do is, we try to find an equivalent statement of P implies Q in terms of AND or OR. To do that, let us see the truth table of P implies Q. So if you have P and Q, T, T, F, F, T, F, T, F. So what is the truth table of P implies Q? P implies Q will be true here. If the first statement is true and the second statement is false, P implies Q is false. In all other cases, P implies Q is true. So now, is there an equivalent statement whose truth values look exactly same as P implies Q and which is made up of AND or OR? Because AND or OR are easy to negate. So let us try this. Let us try not P. So what is not P? F, F, T. And with not P, I'll try Q. Q is T, F, T, F. So now let us take an OR of these two. So what is not P or Q? What is the OR of these two statements? So not P or Q. What does OR do? If any one of the statement is true, OR will be true. If both the statements are false, OR will be false. So FT, so it becomes T, FF will become F, TT will become T, TF will become T. So what you need to observe is the truth values of not P or Q are exactly same as the truth values of P implies Q. So can I say that P implies Q is equivalent to not P or Q? So if these two statements are equivalent, so not of P implies Q is equivalent to not of not P or Q. So the negation of this will be equivalent to the negation of this, but this negation is very easy to find using De Morgan's laws. So this looks like something or something, negation of this. So that will be equivalent to not of not P and not Q. That is, not of not P is P and not Q. So in the exam you are not going to derive this, you have to remember this. So the negation of P implies Q is nothing but P and not Q. The negation of P implies Q is P and not Q. So let us write the statement in English. So what is P and not Q? P, that is 5 is not greater than 2 and 5 is not greater than 2, P and not Q, and Jaipur is not the capital of Rajasthan. So the answer should be 5 is not greater than 2, P exactly, and the negation of Q, that is 5 is not greater than 2 and Jaipur is not the capital city of Rajasthan. So that will be the answer to this question. Thank you.